$250,000 on me right now.
Okay, so I've already gone in, I've done my brows. I've used a bit of highlight underneath my eyebrows just to really define them, and used my Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC as my primer. Now I'm just going to go in with this shade first, which is Soba by MAC, just to map out where I want the rest of my shadows to go. And if you saw my last video, I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm really just going to buff it out and then clean it up later. Right, so I've just gone in with a little bit of a darker brown, just closer to my crease as well, just to darken the crease area. Okay, as I said, don't worry about the day bit on the end, because we're going to clean that up later with some concealer. Okay, now, in the same area, but we're not going to take it as far out as we've taken this third shade, we're going to keep it more near the crease. I'm going in with, this is Bronze by MAC. Kind of keeping on the outer corner at the moment, because we're gonna, because when we blend it, it's gonna sweep over on itself anyway. In the same bronze colour, I'm using a MAC 228 brush on its longer side. I'm just gonna go along the bottom of my lash line, maybe slightly thicker on the outer corner, and make it a little bit thinner and less obvious near the inner corner. I'm just going to sweep that up. Again, don't worry about how tidy it is, because I'm going to clean it up at the end. Just taking that 228 brush again and bronze again. So I'm going to make it nice and thick on the outer corner. You do want to make it a little bit like thinner at the inner corner, because we're going to put a highlight there later. You do want to put a bit of concealer on, obviously, before doing this under eye bit, because otherwise the product's going to have nothing to stick to. Okay, right, now I'm going to go in and do my favourite bit. So kind of following the underline, sort of the bottom eyeshadow. Using concealer, and this is a Real Technique shading brush. We're going to be cleaning up all that dirty eyeshadow and creating this really nice line. Now I know people totally do this with sellotape as well, which you can so do. I do like doing it, but I just find it like really irritating around my eyes. And this just gets more of like a more of a smoky sort of wing, as opposed to sellotape gives much more of a defined wing. Now they're both even, I'm just going back in with my bronze, just because I want to bring it out a bit more before I go into the next shade. I'm just using this L'Oreal Paris Super Liner, which I really like, just to do a thin line before I put my eyelashes on. If you kind of like the look without any eyeliner and just lashes, then go for that. Right, I'm just going with Nylon eyeshadow as my highlighter under the brow bone, on the brow bone even. Taking that same nylon colour on the inner corner. You just want to press it mainly into the corner of your eye and then just kind of sweep it out. Now on the base, so this gap we haven't filled in yet, I'm using All That Glitters by MAC, which I used in my last tutorial. It's like a champagne-y gold. Don't know why I didn't do that eyeshadow first. Now a bit of mascara. This is Benefit Roller Lash. I'm going to be using these Ardell lashes in Wispies. You can get them from Sally's or Boots, and you can get them online as well. Okay, I've already moisturised and I'm going in with my primer. I have to do this really quickly because the sun is coming round and it's going to completely ruin this tutorial. Going in with my NARS concealer. Going all under my eye. Along my cheekbone to highlight. Right, you want to be careful under your eyes to not mess up that eyeshadow you've done. Using my Traceless Foundation Stick by Tom Ford, this is in the shade Bisque. Right, I'm just going with a little bit of my cream colour base highlighter by MAC in Pearl. Right, my skin is looking really dewy and quite shiny because it's quite a hot day. So I'm going to be using a lot of powder afterwards just to matte this down. And as well, it needs to last all night because I'm going out tonight. Using this Bobbi Brown foundation stick in Warm Walnut 7.5 to contour. Using that same NARS concealer, defining the contour even more. I'm just going to blend that in. MAC Pro Sculpting Powder in Sculpt. Just it will kind of set the cream contour I've done here and also emphasise it. So it's much more of a natural shade as opposed to using a bronzer, which you can totally use. Taking the same Sculpt powder shade just to contour the bridges of my nose, just to make them look a little slimmer. I'm taking some of my MAC translucent powder and I'm going to press it mainly onto my concealer and any areas of the skin that look a bit too shiny. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to stop the tutorial here just because the sun is about to hit me like this and the colours are all going a bit weird because of the sunshine and my battery is about to die and I don't have time to charge another one because I'm going out. This is pretty much the finished look though. It was mainly about the eyes. The only last thing I have to do is lips, but I just don't want to start it in case the battery dies. But I hope it's been helpful. Thanks for watching and please subscribe and I'll see you all soon. Bye.
Thinking out loud, I must have about 1 million on me right now. And I ain't talking about that Lil Wayne record. I'm still a highest selling female rapper for the record. Man, this is 65 million single soul. I ain't gotta compete with a single soul. I'm good with the ballpoint game finger roll.